coming to USC, I was like, wow, this is nice.
There was like such a strong sense of community that I got. USC was the most obvious choice.
On a whim, I look up top film schools, and USC is at the top.
I really wanted to make sure that wherever I went for college, I was fully accepted and could be confident in who I was. SC was that for me. I'm currently in 2 schools for 2 masters, biochemistry and molecular medicine, and the Thornton School of Music for piano performance.
My parents are Cambodian refugees, so they both have very harrowing stories. I will be the last generation that actually has direct ties to anyone who's survived. Also seeing the struggles here in America really shaped who I was as a person, but also as a filmmaker. My parents are immigrants, and that's also kind of been a part of their journey as immigrants, is learning like how to try to find their place. We try to hold on to a lot of the traditions because my parents always wanted me to be able to stay connected to that side of me. I've been playing piano since I was 3.5, and when I was volunteering at UCI and playing music for patients in the hospital. One patient, she was a mother who was having twins. Depending on the type of piece that I played, the heart rate of the babies would change. And that was really interesting to me, what music actually is doing to the brain and how it can impact patients and healthcare. When I do make my films, I make films that are understandable to people who don't speak English. The dream really is just to make a living as a director. That'd be the ultimate dream. Knowing how the studio picks the films and what they consider is really important. So I'm interning at Miramax in film development, and I'm also interning at John Chu's production company. Having executives who do represent different communities is extremely important.
A girl from my high school, she started a nonprofit organization called Dear Asian Youth. I started off as a writer for them. My poetry and prose was being published. That was also kind of a time where the entire world was going through like kind of a reckoning. All of a sudden, Dear Asian Youth just became super big, and so then I started the USC chapter specifically. I wanted to be able to combine that cultural side of it with creative expression and also encouraging speaking up, using your voice for activism and for social justice. I was able to set up my own program called Medicinal Music Makers, where student volunteers can go and perform music at Keck or Norris Hospital for the patients. Now we're branching out even further. We offer patients coming in for chemotherapy sessions an option to create their own original piece of music, a cover of a music.
I am your mar, look how I shine for you, all the things that you do.
With any child who wants to go into the arts, I think that the fear is always like, oh, how are they going to make a living? I'm sure my dad will come around eventually. But the funny thing is, he's the one that always goes to every screening. I do want to go to medical school and practice as a physician and also do research potentially on music and medicine. And by receiving these scholarships, I have the opportunity to really pursue my passions. Provide avenues for people like me to really be here. The APAA specifically, it's not just like a Trojan for life. People in this alumni association that are going to be connected to me, where we share like this part of our identity. I'm lucky enough to be here at USC and come from a background that needs storytellers. I really hope that they know the impact that they're making on students like us. Fight on. Fight on!